Hi everyone at Meadowfield, it's April, the TA from Dickens class here. Thought that today we could do a little bit of artsy crafty stuff with shaving foam and food colouring. It's called shaving foam marbling. I'm going to be using the primary colours and seeing how many secondary colours and tertiary colours I can make. Why don't you join in? Let's see if we can't add a fourth set to the colour wheel. Right, we're going to go through what you will need. First of all, you will need your shaving foam. Just standard shaving foam, none of the fancy gel stuff, just normal basics shaving foam. Some paintbrushes, trays that are big enough to fit your pieces of card in. Now, I prefer card over paper because when it dries it can bunch up because the paper has got damp. Card doesn't do that so much. Also, make sure your tray is big enough to fit your piece of card. The other thing you're going to need is some greaseproof paper. As you can see, mine is rolling up, but if you scrunch it up into a ball, it then lays semi-flat once you open it back out again. You will need a squeegee or a ruler for when you're scraping off the shaving foam once it's set. Now here's the important bit. You will need your yellow, red and blue food colouring, and as you can see I've printed off a little demonstration of to what the colours could be, and I noticed there's a gap at the bottom here. I'm sure we can find some colours to fill it with. We'll start again very, very soon. As you can see, I've put some shaving foam on a platter. You don't have to be pretty about it, you've just got to make sure it's got a good coating that would be enough to cover your bit of card. Now you add your food colouring. I'm starting with blue. And you just add a few drops over the area. Try not to pour the whole bottle, as it will all just go into one spot and then you won't have any blue left. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of my colours and I will be back in just a second. Now I have added my red and yellow, and we are going to take the paintbrushes that I mentioned earlier. You're not going to use the bristly end, you're going to use the pointy end. Now you can choose all different sizes and then it will give you different shapes and patterns in your shaving foam. I'm going to go with this one, and then all you do is you take the end of the paintbrush, just draw it through the shaving foam, mixing in all those lovely colours. Can you see any of the other sets yet, be it of the secondary or the tertiary colours? When you've got a pattern that you like, you just remove your paintbrush, place it to one side, and then you get your piece of card and you lay it over your pattern. You press down gently, not too suddenly either, or else all the shaving foam will shoot out of the sides and go everywhere. So just press it down gently. Then you lift it off, place it directly onto your greaseproof paper and leave it to dry for 3 minutes before you scrape it off. We'll come back. Okay, so we've waited the 3 minutes. Now you get your squeegee or a ruler if that's what you've got to hand. You hold the top edge and you scrape it down all in one go, and you end up with a lovely picture. I'm going to show you another quick demonstration using flat shaving foam. We'll be back shortly. As you can see, I've got another plate of shaving foam. What you do is you take your squeegee or your ruler and you just gently scrape it across to try and get a flat surface. It hasn't got to be neat, Then you take your food colouring again and you add your drops wherever you would like them to go. I'm going to add the rest of my food colouring and we'll be back. Right, I've added the remaining food colouring. Now you take one of your paintbrushes, again I'm using this one, don't use the bristly end, use the pointy end, and you swirl just through the colours, making as many patterns as you can. There's no right or wrong way to do this. As you mix in the colours, you get all lots of different pretty colours. And you can do small swirls, or you can do big swirls to mix it all in. See all those different colours? Again, just put your paintbrush to one side, get your piece of card, place it in where it will get the most covering from all the food colouring. Apply gentle pressure. Again, don't press down too hard or too suddenly. Then you find a corner, lift it off and place it directly onto your grease-proof paper. We're going to leave that to dry for 3 minutes and then we'll be back. Okay, we've left that to dry for 3 minutes now, and again, just hold down the edge and scrape it all off in one go. And as you can see, we have got another lovely picture. As you can see, I have used 2 separate trays for my shaving foam. You don't have to do this. You can just do the fluffy one and then scrape out the excess that you don't want, so the main colour part, using your squeegee or your hand. And then just flatten it out and add extra shaving foam if you feel that you need a little bit more. Once you've finished your lovely designs, you just place them out in the sunshine to dry. As you can see, one of mine is starting to lift slightly, where it's folding because the cardboard was damp. When it's dry, I will just place another piece of card on top of it, and then put a heavy book on top of that card. I'm sure I can find one. Me and my children have been having lots of fun doing this, and here are a few examples of what we've been able to come up with. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. Great fun getting messy with shaving foam and food colouring. I hope all my wonderful colleagues and all the wonderful pupils are keeping safe and are well. And I hope that you all continue to do so. I'm hoping very much that I get to come back and see you all again soon, because I miss you, especially Dickens class, but don't tell them. See you all soon. Bye.